When organizations consider expanding into Scandinavia, Denmark often emerges as a strategic first step, and for good reason. It combines high purchasing power, digital maturity, and a stable, transparent business environment. In this video, we will walk through a pragmatic, consultant-level approach to mastering the Danish market so you can move from intention to execution with clarity and confidence. Let us start with the fundamentals. Denmark is a relatively small market in terms of population, but it is highly affluent, with consumers and businesses that are both quality-conscious and digitally savvy. That means you are playing in a premium, not volume, environment. Success depends less on being the cheapest player and more on demonstrating reliability, sustainability, and genuine value creation. Before you commit significant resources, validate whether Denmark should be a testbed, a regional hub, or a niche market for your broader European strategy. Many high-performing companies position Denmark as a lighthouse market for innovation and digital offerings, learning lessons here that can later scale across the Nordics and Northern Europe. From there, build your market entry thesis on 3 pillars: a fact-based understanding of demand, a clear competitive positioning, and an operating model that respects local norms. Begin with a rigorous market scan. Define the addressable market, segment your customers, and identify the pain points you are uniquely positioned to solve. Interview local customers, industry associations, and potential partners. Danish decision-makers expect you to come prepared with data, but they also value humility and a willingness to listen. Using both qualitative and quantitative insights will help you avoid misreading what can appear to be a small, homogeneous market, but is, in reality, quite nuanced. Competitive dynamics in Denmark are often more sophisticated than size alone would suggest. Incumbents tend to be well-established, with strong local relationships and a clear sustainability narrative. To win, you need a sharp value proposition. What can you offer that is meaningfully better, faster, or more sustainable than existing alternatives? Danish customers, both B2C and B2B, reward transparency and long-term thinking. Overpromising, aggressive selling, or pushing good enough solutions will erode trust quickly. Instead, articulate clearly how you support efficiency, innovation, or environmental performance, and be ready to substantiate those claims with verified data and credible references. Any expansion into Denmark must also address the regulatory and structural context. Denmark consistently ranks among the easiest places in the world to do business, with straightforward company registration, a predictable legal framework, and strong protection of intellectual property. However, you cannot treat it as a generic EU market. Focus early on data protection, employment law, and sector-specific requirements, particularly if you operate in areas like life sciences, financial services, or energy. Danish regulators are used to high standards, and being proactive rather than reactive on compliance is a powerful trust signal to clients, partners, and authorities. Language is another crucial dimension. While English proficiency is high, and many deals can be conducted in English, do not underestimate the signaling power of local language capability. Danish language interfaces, customer support, and marketing assets can strongly differentiate you from competitors who rely solely on English. At senior stakeholder level, you may not need every conversation in Danish, but having at least some local talent who can navigate nuances in language, humor, and culture is a real asset. When it comes to culture, recognize that Danish business norms are direct, egalitarian, and consensus-driven. Hierarchies exist, but are less visible than in many other markets. Meetings are typically well-structured but informal in tone, and your credibility depends more on the quality of your reasoning than on title or status. Decisions can take time because stakeholders across functions need to be heard and aligned, yet once a decision is made, implementation tends to be fast and disciplined. Adapt your sales and stakeholder management approach accordingly. Prioritize clarity, evidence, and respect for the process over high-pressure tactics or over-reliance on senior sponsorship alone. Building the right local footprint is often the difference between a marginal presence and real market traction. Consider from the outset whether you will enter through a local partner, a subsidiary, or a hybrid model. Partnerships with Danish distributors, resellers, or consulting firms can accelerate credibility, but they work only when the value exchange is clear and incentives are aligned. If you opt for your own entity, invest early in Danish talent and leadership. Local hires will help you navigate unwritten rules, from procurement expectations in the public sector to norms around flexible work and decision-making. Do not underestimate how important work-life balance and trust are in attracting and retaining strong teams in Denmark. Your employee value proposition should reflect that. Commercially, digital channels are non-negotiable. Danish customers expect seamless online experiences, transparent pricing, and frictionless self-service where appropriate. This is true whether you sell software, consumer goods, or industrial solutions. Optimize your digital presence for the Danish context, including localized content, clear sustainability messaging, and user journeys that reflect local purchasing habits. Combine this with targeted account-based strategies for key customers, especially in B2B segments like renewable energy, pharmaceuticals, maritime, and advanced manufacturing, where Denmark offers global scale opportunities despite its compact size. As you scale, use Denmark as a learning lab. Establish clear performance metrics from day one: customer acquisition cost, conversion rates, churn, NPS, and time to close for B2B deals. Conduct regular win-loss reviews with your Danish team and treat their feedback as strategic intelligence, not anecdote. This will help you refine your offer, pricing, and service model not only for Denmark, but also for neighboring markets like Sweden, Norway, and Germany, where purchasing behavior may share similarities but will still require local tailoring. Finally, remember that trust and reputation compound over time in Denmark. Deliver consistently on your promises, be transparent when challenges arise, and engage constructively in areas that matter locally, such as sustainability, diversity, and responsible business conduct. Many Danish organizations look for partners, not just suppliers, and they will value a long-term perspective backed by concrete action. If you combine rigorous analysis with cultural sensitivity, local partnerships, and disciplined execution, Denmark can become far more than a small dot on your global map. It can be a high-margin, innovation-rich cornerstone of your broader European growth strategy.